guys.
Yeah, and he has their confidence. David, thank you. And now the opening lineup for Detroit. We've got Brown. And it's Rose. And it's Mikhailuk in at the 3 spot. Russell out there with Malik Beasley. Then it's James Johnson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Okogie in at the small forward. Yep, that one goes in there. Oh, Clark, there's nothing like opening night. Preseason in the rearview mirror. Now the games count for real. Terrific time.
Yeah, exciting for everybody because hope springs eternal for all teams in the league after you get beyond preseason. And the games do count. They start calculating and documenting W's and L's.
Here's Brown after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. And it's Rose. This time the assist by Brown. Rose has got his second basket.
You know, you can't let Rose get this close because when you do, he's going to cook you.
Russell against Rose. Russell kicks to Towns. Shot clock reset for the Timberwolves. Beasley, the pass to Russell. 4 on the shot clock. Second shot opportunity. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
And, you know, having more of a set shot motion than some other players, Russell calmly knocking it down.
Outside Griffin. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Henson trying to break free. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And that's just too easy. When Griffin gets to that area of the floor, expect him to finish.
Inside. Offensive rebound. And Griffin sends it back. They get it back. Johnson gets the bucket. For Detroit, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Rose dishes to Henson. Back to Rose. He kicks to Henson. Brown the pass to Mikhailuk. 5 to shoot. And the rejection by Towns.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far.
Now let's check out some stats for Johnson. Last season's performance for him. He was around 7 points a game last year, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. And there isn't much to write home about with his numbers. I think he'd like to up his contributions.
Yeah, but you got to earn that chance. I mean, you get what you earn. His numbers are fine, but he's not going to get a lot more floor time unless he turns it up a notch.
Russell, he feeds it to Towns. That gives them the lead.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Now here's Henson. Oh, Griffin in position, up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Well, the timing of Griffin really superb in these situations. He has a great sense for when to leave the floor on these alley-oop jams.
Here is Russell. Second chance shot, and there's the nice layup by Johnson.
Just a grinder, always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Brown the pass to Henson. Dishes to Rose. Floats one. He takes it up and lays it in. Rose has got 6. Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here is Russell. He's coming off a 28-point game against the Rockets in Houston.
And equally spent as much energy on his D. I mean, 4 steals kind of tell the story.
And the basket by Okogie.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them. Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim, that's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
The Pistons trailing. Left side Rose. Henson trying to break free. Rose gets the bucket. He's got 8. And on top of their troubles from range, the Wolves have also had trouble on the defensive glass.
Yeah, and if you can't rebound and you're not shooting it well, you've got to figure out who you're going to be. Your identity is in question. That's what the Wolves are trying to figure out. Who are we? What do we do well? How do we win? How do we succeed? Get to the next level. They've got to answer that question.
Good on the shot.
I really love when Rose goes hard like this, guys. I mean, still, even after the injuries, showing no fear.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
And you know what? We'll see what changes he makes coming out of this timeout.
Let's take this chance to see which of last season's teams have the most second chance points in the league. In the third spot, the Timberwolves.
That's an effort stat for me. I mean, it shows you how hard this team works in the paint. They continue to pound the backboard.
And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
And for Blake Griffin, always a great outside shooter for the power forward position, Greg, but he's added range the last few seasons.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen Griffin go from a guy who might take 1 3 a game to someone putting up about 6 a night. The results have been there for him as he shoots a respectable rate from beyond.
And Blake Griffin is just an incredible athlete, explosive and great balance and mobility, powerful. A big guy who can flat out throw it down, and he also can pass it too.
And that one is good.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area, really keeps the defense honest.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I mean, with this combination of size and touch, he's a real threat from mid-range.
Now here's Rose. He's got 10. And the rejection by Towns. Griffin with the steal. And now the fast break. Griffin with the ball. Rose dishes to Griffin. Got a piece of it. Beasley with the steal. Rose against Russell. Over Rose. There it is. His third basket. He's taken 7 shots to get those 3.
Guys, that was really nice work mixing in this shot. When Russell is squared up and shooting with confidence, which is most of the time, he can bury it.
To the wing on the left. Towns wide open. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. And that's now 7 points for Karl Anthony Towns. Brown against Russell. Shot to stop the run. Minnesota with the rebound. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys, and they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Russell against Rose. Here's Griffin. Henson trying to break free. A nice shot by Griffin. Griffin's got 8.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
The drive by Russell.
Man, what a nice read. Exquisite, perfect timing by D'Angelo off the pick and roll.
And now the first timeout called here for Detroit. Mark, you were so good at such an early age in your basketball career. At what point did you personally realize just how far the game could take you?
You know, it really resonated with me, Kevin, I think at a summer basketball camp at Miami of Ohio, when some of the better campers, high school campers, were asked to play with the college guys at night. And then during pickup games in my hometown of Cleveland with some of the Cleveland Cavaliers, Jim Jones and the late Terry Furlow and Mike Mitchell, and being able to compete somewhat with those guys at 15 and 16 years of age, and having them encourage me to keep going and that I'd have a chance to do what they were doing at the time, which was play pro ball.
Ricky Rubio checked in for Beasley.
And here we have an opportunity to check out Karl Anthony Towns. Great showing for him last season. 7th in rebounding, 9th in blocks, and he ranked in the top 15 in points per game, one of the league's premier offensive threats.
He was a top 10 rebounder last season for good reason. He's an incredibly intense guy to compete with. And for a full game, too. I mean, just nonstop.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Yeah, I like the way they're setting the tone. Really playing with a lot of energy here at the start. Boy, you've got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. That's a great get for them.
And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college, but I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
Lock at 6. Left side, Griffin. And the basket is good. Griffin's got 10.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
There's Russell with the 3, and right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Boy, he's really feeling it right now, shooting a high percentage to start this game.
Now here's Rose. He's got 10. Pass to Brown. 1:12 left here in the first quarter. Henson's shot is off.
Man, he's just pulled a Harry Houdini in this quarter. He's completely disappeared.
And the basket by Okogie.
Defensively, they've got to pick up the intensity. Hard to win surrendering this high a field goal percentage.
Yeah, you got to turn up the dial on the intensity at the defensive end if you're them. I mean, it's still early, but I agree with you.
And it's Rose missing, and the Timberwolves with possession. They're on an 18-4 run. They get it back. Johnson right side. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. There's Russell with the 3. No good that time. And the Pistons now going the other way.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it, Greg. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Boy, I tell you, you got to get out on Rose from there. He's lethal from behind the arc.
To the paint. Here's Towns, and the dunk by Towns.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat.
Now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
D'Angelo Russell getting it done for Minnesota. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. One of the most high-powered scorers in the game, Karl Anthony.
You know, everyone has to get some of the shit.
Well, when you're attracting, Greg, all that defensive attention, it creates opportunities for your teammates.
And Towns wants to win big. To do that, though, it's not enough to get numbers. You've got to make your teammates better as well.
And glad to have you with us, folks. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Timberwolves.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. And Detroit, looking at who they've got. Jeremy Grant is out there with Griffin. Then it's Rose. Then there's McRae. And it's Galloway in at the 2 guard. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Makes it off the glass. Russell's got the lead up to 10 now for the Timberwolves.
Hey, I can't overstate it. I mean, as a defense in transition, you have to locate Russell before he finds the bottom of the net. You got to get to him quickly.
Here's Rose. That one off the back iron and out.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Dwayne Casey was the 2018 Coach of the Year, but as we all know, he was fired after that same season by the Raptors. Casey's found a home in Detroit. Casey said, "I have no regrets." Winston Churchill said, "Success consists of going from failure to failure without losing enthusiasm. And that's what I've done." So, Kevin, Dwayne Casey is still pounding the rock.
He sure is, and I like that Churchill quote as well. Thanks, David. To the inside, Griffin. No good on the shot, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. It's off to Oklahoma City for him after this game, so they have the Thunder to look forward to. That sets off a 5-game tour for him. Russell kicks to Rubio. From outside, off the mark. Pistons trail by 14. There's the pass to Rose. He gets that one. Rose has got 15 points.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Towns. Lays it up and banks it in. And the Timberwolves lead by 14.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
And, Greg, those looks they're allowing are almost automatic.
Right side, Griffin. Back to Rose. Pass to McCray. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Here's Russell. Whistle blows. Bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Had a success rate from the line last year of about 78%.
Free throw good, Russell.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
Now a timeout called by Detroit. And beginning his career at the Lakers, coaches wanted Russell to take a more serious approach.
Yeah, you know what? I think his last year there, losing the trust of his teammates, probably woke him up a bit. Sometimes you got to go through the adversity to recognize what you need to change. It's not enough to just put up numbers. You've got to be a professional in how you go about your business, and plenty to like about where D'Angelo Russell is and where he's headed.
Here's Rose on the money with the open jumper. Rose has got 4 this quarter.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
And that one's good. Russell.
Well, he's just zoned in. I mean, in most cases, taking quality shots very much within the flow of the offense.
Left side, Griffin. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Rose passes to McCray. Grant kicks to Galloway. Shot clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. No good on the 3.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Rose against Rubio. Grant the bounce pass. Griffin down low. 11 points in the game. That shot is off. Coming up empty for the second time this game. 4 for 6. Down low. Here's Russell. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Russell's got 22 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And that one drops.
What a find by Griffin. He's a lot more skilled as a passer than he gets credit for as far as power forwards go. He has terrific vision.
Russell passes to Spellman. The rebound by Grant.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
And, you know, guys, I love his fight and grit on the interior. I mean, he never lets a shot go uncontested.
And Rubio kicks to Russell. Pass to Okogie. On deep. He can't get that one to fall. And Detroit the other way now. The feed now to Rose. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Rose has got 8 points here in this quarter.
You know, this is what Rose does best to me, guys. A scorer who attacks on offense with unbridled ferocity.
Is up there for you.
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. Minnesota making a switch here. Beasley's checked in. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Clark, take us inside the halftime locker room in the NBA.
Well, players typically just regroup individually. There may be some conversation between the players as a group, but then the coaches will huddle, evaluate what transpired in the first half, what adjustments need to be made, and then they'll communicate that to the team. And it's basically a time to rest and regroup for the players to adjust and strategize for the coaches.
Clark, do you think there's any videotape review in there, maybe showing players certain sets, certain schemes?
In this day and age, for sure, with the use of iPads and technology. If you go back to my time, there was no quick turnaround of video in the halftime locker room.
Right. I do know officials do that, too, in their locker room at halftime.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Rose. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Towns has got rebound number 8 now on the night.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Detroit, no good that time either. Timberwolves leading by 19 points. Rubio looking it over. Passes to Okogie. They get it back. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. A moment now to see how the schedule is looking for Detroit. On Saturday, they'll take on Marc Gasol and the Toronto Raptors. And then on Tuesday, they'll go back home and will be hosting the Orlando Magic.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
My kind of hoops. Straight ahead, playing downhill, and physical.
Brown is checked in for the Pistons.
There's no question about it. Maker needs to get stronger, and he will, but baskets like this are still encouraging.
Culver with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Houston. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
And the difference Maker has on this end, love whenever he gets up to swat shots back.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Lets it go from 14. Shot is good off the back rim and in. Maker's got 4 points this quarter.
And, you know, he's going to take that shot every time. The defense has to respect him from the mid-range.
Back to Towns. And Maker sends it back. They recover it. Outside, Towns. Another shot, and the layup is good.
You know, when he orchestrates for his teammates, Towns becomes even more valuable to me. Really good when the offense is able to flow through him.
Back to Rose. A beautiful reverse layup. Rose has got 23 points.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
Now the pass to Towns. 56 seconds left in the first half. Culver's shot is off.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Here's Mikhailuk. No good with the triple. Minnesota leading by 18. Here's Towns. And Towns throws it down.
Good luck trying to keep Cat off the glass. Karl-Anthony Towns loves mixing it up down low and getting after those second chances.
Rose kicks to Brown. It's good. This time the assist from Rose. 17 seconds left in the first half of the game.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And it's Towns missing.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Here's Brown. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And all right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're happy. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They are way out in front, leading by 17. And that does it for our halftime show.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. A fantastic game from Derrick Rose in this one.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
We've got Russell. James Johnson is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. Then it's Malik Beasley. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Ryan Saunders. The Timberwolves have shot 6 of 7 at the line.
And look back a season ago. They did a solid job at the line. About 79% of their free throws.
And he makes the first. Clark, over the last couple decades, the role of the big man has changed and required more skill outside shooting among them.
Yeah, that's one of the things. And then the ability to move your feet defensively.
Yes.
Because the three-point shot spaces the floor so much. And a lot of times teams will have 4, maybe 5 perimeter shooters out there regardless of size. So big guys, if they're going to play in that type of an alignment, have to be able to move their feet and effectively guard perimeter players and also make shots from the perimeter as well.
Amazing to see guys that big out there sometimes with a one-on-one with the guard, like on the three-point line.
No doubt. And also the big guys, we've got a ton of them, Kevin, across the league that can really knock down the three-point shot.
And the basket by Johnson.
Outstanding vision from Karl Anthony Towns. Not only is he willing to give it up, but he's ready to find his teammates when they're open.
Pass to Henson. Griffin against Johnson. Griffin's shot is good. Griffin's got 15 points.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
And Russell gets it to go.
Well, I tell you, Russell looking very comfortable taking on aggressive defense and getting the job done. That's good focus on his part.
Pistons passing it around. Rose goes in, and he banks in the layup. Rose has got 25 points in the game.
On a nice little roll here to start this half, connecting on their first 3 attempts.
2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Rebounded by the Pistons. And taken away by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Count the basket. 10 points for him.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
Pistons trailed by 19. Double team on Rose. Here's Mikhailuk. Oh, good on the triple.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, in Blake Griffin, the Pistons have their biggest star in years, probably going back to their championship team of 2004. A return to all-star form for Blake meant tremendous individual numbers last season. And the Pistons hadn't won a playoff game in more than a decade. Still not the result they want in 2019. The Pistons will be trying to capitalize during Blake's prime. Kevin, we'll see where this franchise goes from here.
He sure will, David, but he's a terrific player. Thank you so much. Brown against Beasley. 6 to shoot. Henson pulls it down. And it's Rose with the ball for Detroit, trailing by 19. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. And that will conclude a 4-game road trip. Here's Russell. Good, and the assist goes to Towns. Towns has got 3 assists in the game.
The steal, then right into the fast break. Towns with excellent awareness for his age. Very mature player, despite being a young buck.
Here's Rose. The offensive rebound. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Here's Okogie. He's got 12. And Henson sends it back.
Boy, I like seeing Henson make good use of that real reach of his to deny shots.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're going to get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Russell kicks to Johnson. Pass to Okogie. There's the triple. And it's out of bounds. And they say last touch by Griffin.
And let's take a look now at the stats for Blake Griffin. Coming off a terrific season, he averaged 24 per clip, 7 rebounds, and 5 assists. And you can't help but be impressed by his numbers.
You know, guys, I think he's the engine of this offense. He makes them go. Without his scoring, I think they'd be a totally different team.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense. And it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
Outside Rose. Shot clock at 6. Fires top of the key. Goes back up.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contributions.
And the foul on Derrick Rose. That's foul number 2 for him. Culver's checked in for the Timberwolves. Here's Russell. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
And they're really in a good position here, thanks in part to the way he's been able to score the basketball.
Double team on Rose. Now the dish to Griffin. Passes it to Galloway. The Pistons working the ball around now. Rose against Rubio. Henson. It's good on the putback.
Yeah, I like the size and length and bounce of Henson, and he's able to use that to be a force on the glass.
And there's the pass to Towns. And Henson sends it back. Out of bounds, Timberwolves ball as Minnesota keeps possession. Grant, he's checked in for Detroit. Rubio, the pass to Culver. Feeds to Johnson. That one goes in. Johnson's got 4 points now in the quarter.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Outside Rose. Pass to Grant from deep. That one's not going to go. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Johnson's shot is off.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Rubio outside. Towns dishes to Russell. And the slam dunk by Russell.
They opened the gates, and he came through. D'Angelo, quick recognition.
And so it's Rose who brings the ball up for Detroit. Double team on Rose. Pass to Galloway from outside the arc. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 15 rebounds here tonight. Here's Culver. Good, and it's Johnson with the assist that time. Johnson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Galloway, the pass to Henson. Kicks to Rose. From 11 feet away. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. That one is on Towns.
Yeah, and Henson is an athletic big guy who knows how to punch it home.
Omari Spellman has come in for Karl Anthony Towns. That's good from Henson. Timberwolves leading by 23. Now, here's Rubio. Passes it to Spellman. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio, with great vision, and no hesitation on the delivery.
There's the pass to Grant. 1:31 left to play in the third. Here's McRae. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Culver. Tries again. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And Culver's game just screams potential. Already a good scorer, rebounder, and passer. Now the next step, improving that outside shot. Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
Here's McRae. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Culver's got his 4th rebound in this one.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one, Greg. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
There's Galloway. He's guarded by Russell. Here's the teardrop. Galloway with the bucket.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Here's McRae. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The shot's good from Henson.
Yeah, nice job that time by Henson, utilizing his size perfect.
Outside Russell. Pass to Rubio. Back to Russell. Johnson kicks to Russell. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Despite the wiry frame, taking it up strong inside, and D'Angelo will get free throws.
He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. First one falls for him. And so Russell hits them both.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
From deep, Rose. The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all but over already. Timberwolves ahead, opening up a huge gap. And we'll get it going after this from the Target Center. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. And Detroit looking at who they've got. Tony Snell is out there with Grant. Then there's Maker. Then there's Brandon Knight, and it's Galloway in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Maker. The baseline jumper goes down.
Yeah, using that mid-range area well. Give Maker some space to get his shot off, and you'll regret it.
Dishes it to Evans. Clark, should the NBA consider widening the court to even out the value of those corner threes?
You know, that wouldn't be a bad idea, Kevin. But I also like the fact that there's a deep three at the top and on the wing. And then you've got a little shorter three if you can get to that corner. Widening the lane to make that three more in line or symmetrical with the deep three at the top. I kind of like having a short corner three.
I agree with you. To the left side wing. Here's Spellman. Rebounded by Maker.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
Here's Knight. Spellman with the rebound. Spellman's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's Evans outside. The Timberwolves again can't hit. And it's Galloway with the ball. He'll bring it up for Detroit. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets.
You know, fought hard from start to finish on that play. Defended the shot and then finished it off with the rebound.
Count it. Ernie Gomez has got his first basket.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Knight, that's a two-pointer. Offensive rebound.
And, guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Culver passes to Hernan Gomez. 6 on the shot clock. But they get it back.
There's another opportunity, and everything's going right for these guys.
Culver passes to Evans. Off target with his 3. For Detroit, they've gone just 33% from the field in the fourth quarter so far. They are 2 of 6. Grant, that's good.
And Grant really embraces contact, relishes it, as a matter of fact. He has no fear going to the rim or going into a shot.
Minnesota calls timeout.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Here's Galloway. The 19-foot shot. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Great night for Towns. Can hurt you from any spot on the floor.
Pistons have gone 3 of 8 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Galloway. Pass to Mikhailuk. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past. But the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents.
Oh,
are you kidding me?
Nasty. Oh, my word. I shouldn't be amazed anymore when Griffin pulls off a dunk like that, but I always seem to be. The man has some unreal moves above the rim.
Pass to Beasley. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Maker sends it back. And they'll keep possession. The Pistons have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. And the pass to Griffin. Back to Galloway. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
And you're asking for more trouble than you can handle if you're going to let him just roam free from beyond the arc.
Okogie, the pass to Towns. Over Maker. Offensive rebound. And Maker sends it back.
And the stroke definitely lacking confidence this quarter. Nothing on target.
Here's Galloway. Pass to Griffin. The shot, no good. Timberwolves leading by 22. Here's Beasley, and he uses the glass on the layup. Beasley's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
A floater, and Russell puts it in. Russell's got 36.
Nice reaction by D'Angelo to the defense sagging back. Just drops in the simple floater there.
Double team on Rose. Brown wide open. He fires. Rose back up. Some solid defense from Johnson. Minnesota's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. And Towns gets it to go.
That's just a difficult assignment. I mean, having to guard Towns in that area, he's always going to find a way to get his shot off cleanly.
Brown kicks to Griffin. Pass to Rose. And stolen by Russell. Beasley outside. Passes it to Towns. They're looking for a spark here.
A cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Here's Henson. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. Rose has got 3 assists in the game. Beasley outside. Mark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question, because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching it. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
Here's Towns. Nailed from three-point land. Towns has got 7 points for the quarter.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And they're going to close them out here for the second time this year. This gives them a season series lead of 2-0 with just 1 game left to play against Detroit.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for D'Angelo Russell.
A big part of their success was his ability to keep the ball moving, finding guys when they would flash open.
Johnson in the corner. Back to Towns. It's rebounded by Mikhailuk. And so it's Detroit with the ball. Now the pass to Henson. Brown kicks to Rose. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Towns.
Boy, Rose plays with an angry physicality, which is really hard to match up against.
So he gets them both. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort.
That's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for